Hey homegirl, I am Kiani, the responsible homegirl, and this is a brand that I have created to help you stop wasting your money and become financially responsible so that you can live the life of your dreams and not just settle for what life throws your way. So welcome to day 1 of Summertime Reset, where we are resetting our money and reclaiming our life. Now, I don't know about you, but at the beginning of every year, I always start the year off with goals, financial goals, what I want 2025 to look like. I put all of these plans and these motions in place, and then the year starts flowing and some things go well and some things don't. So if you're anything like me and you put a plan in place, but somehow, some way you have kind of like fallen off track or just some things just haven't worked out, I don't want you to be discouraged. I want you to get back in the game. I want you to reset your money. I want you to reclaim your life because 2025 is not over yet. So I want to kind of break down what that means, and I'm going to read it straight from ChatGPT. When I typed in my prompt to ask Chat for a slogan to summarize everything that I wanted this challenge to be, they gave me 5 different options because I asked for them, and I ended up going with option number 1, and it said reset your money, reclaim your life. And I was like, oh, I really like that one. That one screams like bold. It screams vision. It screams I'm not playing, like I'm ending this year with a bang. But tell me, what does that mean? So listen up. Reset your money. Resetting your money, it means pausing, reassessing, and taking back control of your financial situation. It's about getting clear on what's actually going on with your money, not just guessing. Creating a fresh plan based on your current income, expenses, and goals. Letting go of shame or guilt from past money mistakes so you can move forward, and rebuilding new habits like budgeting on payday, tracking your spending, and setting intentional financial goals. I'm like, all right, Chat. All right. Now, my chat is so trained where it talks like me. It knows exactly what I was saying, what I would say. So I'm like, this is so good. Next, reclaim your life. What does that mean? What does that look like? Because when your money is in order, your life feels more in order. Reclaiming your life means saying no to survival mode and yes to peace, joy, and freedom, something all of us are after. 2, gaining the confidence to pursue your dreams, whether that's travel, entrepreneurship, home ownership, or just not stressing every time a bill hits. And then last but not least, living on your own terms instead of letting your finances control you. You know, I always say, if you don't manage your money will manage you. So together, reset your money, reclaim your life equals I'm choosing to start fresh with my finances so I can live with freedom, intention, and peace, not just for the summer, but for the rest of my life. Before we hop into today's video, make sure you are subscribed to the Responsible Homegirl YouTube channel. I appreciate you for being here, and I wanted to give you that reminder because I know sometimes you can just watch the video and not subscribe. So please do me a favor and subscribe, and let's get back to the video. Throughout this 30-day challenge of Summertime Reset, resetting your money, reclaiming your life, I pray that you get something that you can apply to your finances, because I don't want you to just listen to these videos and at the end say, ooh, that was good. No, I want you to listen to these videos with that thought in mind of how am I going to reset my money and reclaim my life. Leave this video asking yourself, what am I going to do? What am I going to put in place? So today we are talking about being done with being broke. The 5 things that I am doing in my finances to see a complete 180 by the end of 2025, and the same things that you can apply, the same things that you can do to transform your finances before this year ends. We are currently at the halftime mark. This year is not over. Do not throw in the towel. Do not get discouraged. Do not have this defeated mentality. Like, no, you need to adopt that mindset that I am a winner. Baby, I'm winning at life, and God is going to help you every step of the way. One scripture that I am holding on to is Psalms 37:5, and this is in the easy to read version, and it says, trust in the Lord, depend on him, and he will help you. So if you have that mindset, that mentality that whatever I'm facing, I know God is going to come through for me. Whatever I'm going through, I know that I am going to end up winning in the end. Don't trip. Don't get in your head about it. Don't let your mind play games against you. So let's get started with the 5 things that will completely transform your finances by the end of 2025. So coming in strong at number 1, mindset and affirmations. Now, if you have listened to any of my past videos, you already know my scripture of the year is Proverbs 4:23, and it says, above all, be careful what you think because your thoughts control your life. This right here, baby, this could be your best friend or it can be your worst enemy. And you have to decide to train your brain, to train your mindset to work on your behalf. So what that means is waking up in the mirror and giving yourself that pep talk that you need, giving yourself those affirmations, affirming what you don't necessarily believe yet, but because you want to experience a certain reality, you start saying these things over and over and over and over and over to yourself until it's like a no-brainer. One thing that I am doing, and I am also giving this to my girls, like every single day I wake up, I'm saying affirmations. And when I say my girls, if you don't know, I teach at a summer camp in Charleston, South Carolina called Horizons. And it's an all-girls summer camp, 6 weeks long. I love it. And the 2 classes that I teach is leadership and financial literacy. And in leadership this year, we are focusing on public speaking. And I always tell my girls, public speaking is not about being perfect. It's about being confident and being yourself. So when I talk about confidence, I always tell them confidence is an inside job. So you have to wake up in the morning and say these things. I am worthy. I am capable. I am successful. I am enough. Those are just a few affirmations that I give to my girls, and I want to give to you too, because you cannot expect to show up in this world and think that your external is going to change because, oh, you just want it to change. No, that's not how that works. You have to change internally first, and then your external will change. So mindset and affirmations, that's top. That is like literally key. You have to program your mind to believe the things that you want it to believe. You have to look yourself in the mirror and give yourself what you know you need. You have to journal. You have to read. You really have to work on your mindset because, like I said earlier, it can be your biggest op or it can be your best friend. Building wealth begins with budgeting, and budgeting is not meant to restrict you. It is a plan for how you will use your money. Inside of the Responsible Homegirl Budgeting Planner, it has everything that you need to reach your financial goals. So if your financial goals are something like home ownership, saving more money, building that emergency fund, paying off that credit card debt, I want you to pick up the Responsible Homegirl Budgeting Planner so that you can tell your money where to go instead of wondering where your money went. The link to purchase yours is in the description box below. All right, coming in at number 2, investing in my education. Y'all already know I do not play about my self-education. I always say the best thing that you can invest in is yourself. After going to high school, your education does not end. If you go to college, after going to college, your education does not end. You have to be a lifelong learner. So the things that I am really focusing on beyond financial literacy and financial education is 1, AI, artificial intelligence. Just look around you. Look around you. And you tell me if you don't need to be focusing on learning more about AI. And then the second thing is project management, which I am super excited about. I'm super excited about both, but I feel like project management is just a more professional, like certification skill set that I already do very well. So I'm excited to learn more about that. And then AI, I just strongly believe if you don't learn it, you will get left behind. So let's start off with AI and how I'm learning and investing more into learning about artificial intelligence. So not only am I using ChatGPT, and I believe the more you use chat, the more you start to learn more about prompting and what works and what does not work, because I don't use ChatGPT as if it's Google. I mean, you can, but prompt engineering is a real thing. Knowing what to tell ChatGPT so that you can actually get the results that you want. Knowing what you need to share with ChatGPT, like different photos, different text files, past things that you did before artificial intelligence was a thing, so that your chat can talk like you, give advice like you, can really help mold you into whatever it is that you are doing, whatever you're interested in. And then another way that I am learning more about artificial intelligence is I am a part of this membership called Digital Boss Code. And when I tell you, my mind is blown every single time that I take the time to sit down and learn information, like how to create different GPTs, prompt engineering, creating photos, creating graphics, how to even set up different things. So it's a really great resource, and I have not even been through half of the modules yet. And every single time that I cut on a video or I read a PDF file or something, I'm learning something new that takes up my AI intelligence to a whole nother level. So I say this to say, if you are not taking some time to learn artificial intelligence, you need to start. If you're not using ChatGPT, you need to start. And I don't care if it's like, oh, I don't have my own business. It has nothing to do with having your own business. I really think artificial intelligence is all about productivity and efficiency. And those two things we need in every area of our life. So you can start using chat to help you out in different areas. So if you want to learn more about artificial intelligence, I'll have a link to Digital Boss Code in my description box, and you can join the community there. It's super good. I will not stand behind something that I don't even use. And I believe if you join the community and you start learning and taking action on what's inside, you will start to understand ChatGPT, artificial intelligence in a whole better light. And before I get off of that, I want to share this quote from John Hope Bryant. He is talking about artificial intelligence. He's posted this video about a couple of weeks ago, and in this caption he wrote, "Between 2025 and 2030, your whole world is going to change. What used to take 50 years will now happen in 5. If you don't believe me, go to CVS, Walgreens, your local grocery store. 5 years ago, you saw 8 checkout lanes and a team of cashiers. Today, you see one person and a wall of self-checkout machines. That's automation. That's AI. And AI isn't about serving people. It's about cutting costs. Here's the thing. They haven't figured out how to make money with AI yet, but you can, because the truth is, 99% of black folks don't know much about AI, but 99% of white folks don't either. And as my brother Van Jones said, this is equal opportunity disruption. So what do? Pick something you're passionate about, learn it, and add AI to it. And you're not just surviving this shift, you're thriving in it. This is your moment. Don't get left behind. And I feel like that caption is the perfect summary of why all of us needs to be investing time into learning artificial intelligence. It don't have to be, oh, I'm spending 10 hours a day, 10 hours a week learning. No, but you should spend some time focusing on this, because I look at it no different than the internet. Way back when people were sleeping on the internet, sleeping on email, sleeping on this, sleeping on that, and then boom, the internet completely transformed the way we do life. So take some time, invest in your learning about artificial intelligence. And again, if you want to join Digital Boss Code, that link will be in my description box. Coming in strong at number 3 is creating my own opportunities and leveraging my network. So in a past video, I want to say I shared this, or maybe it was like a short or a TikTok or something like that. But I shared about how I was reaching out to so many different programs and nonprofits wanting to teach financial literacy over the summer. And something just clicked in my head, like, Kiani, while you are essentially sending out all these cold emails, waiting on people to respond, just create what you want to do. And that is going to be my mindset going into 2025, going into the end of 2025. And not saying that I still can't pitch myself and reach out for opportunities, but my mindset is whatever I'm going after, I can create myself. Look for the opportunities all around you. There are so many ways to make money, but there are so many people struggling financially. And that's because we do not sit down and think. We are too reactionary. We react off of our emotions, and we don't sit down and use the brain that God blessed us with. I literally pray and ask God to open my eyes, to let me see the opportunities all around me, because they're there. You just don't see them. So I am creating my own opportunities and leveraging my network. So that means reaching out to people that I have built relationships with over the years. And I'm talking about from my college days. If I have a question, I'm not being afraid to ask. If I have an idea and I need their expertise because they're in the education system, or they're teach at a college, and I want to know the ins and outs, I want to know the best way to approach this, the best way to do that, I'm going to reach out and ask. Period. Because you don't get fed if your mouth is closed. You might know it as closed mouths don't get fed. So create your own opportunities and don't be afraid to leverage your network. This flows perfectly into number 4, which is turning down opportunities that are not in alignment with my goals. And I want you to hear me very closely. Every opportunity is not a good opportunity. Every good opportunity is not a God opportunity. Some things are just plain on distractions. They can help you make money. They can help you, I don't know, do whatever that you interested in or what. You get what I'm saying. But if it is not in alignment with where you are going, it is a distraction. And you have to be bold enough to say, no, I'm not doing that. There are still so many people who reach out to me about wholesaling mobile homes. And in my heart of hearts, I be wanting to take on the opportunity just to make the money. But I'm like, Kiani, no, that does not make sense. It's not in alignment with where you're going. Yes, it would be nice to make a couple of, extra dollars. But at the same time, the time that you're investing here is taken away from the time that you really want this to grow. You really want to be focused on this. So that point is all about having a focused mind and not getting distracted by every single thing that's around you, every single thing that comes your way. You have to have enough faith to say no. Say no and trust that another opportunity will come your way. One that is aligned, one that is divine, one that will help you get to where you actually want to be. So now to wrap up with number 5, the last one is being intentional with how I use my money. It is so easy for us to start making money, and then as quick as we're making money, we're spending, paying bills, working, spending, paying bills, working. Like we're in this never ending cycle. And my thing is, and this is a very hard truth about money, if you don't learn how to manage your money, you will be working your entire life for it. So one thing that I am doing as I close out 2025 is I'm being super intentional. If I said at the beginning of the year, I want to max out my Roth IRA, of course I would love to take this trip or do this or do that. No, let me put my money in my Roth IRA because I know that that goal is important to me. If I say, I want to move out of King Street, I want to move to a new city, I might want to go somewhere. I might want to do this. I might want to do that. But my goals and the things that I am working towards, they take priority over just the fleeting pleasures that all of us get from time to time. So be intentional with your coin and not just with the big stuff. Pay attention to the small stuff because sometimes we discount the small stuff and then the small stuff adds up over time. I cannot tell you the number of people I sit down with and I'm doing a one-on-one budgeting session, or I call them a money clarity session. And I ask them about their subscriptions and they tell me, I got this, I got Netflix, I got Hulu, I got Disney Plus. And then here I am like, okay, pull out your bank statements now. And they, I forgot about this. I forgot about that. I forgot about this. I forgot about that. And then before you know it, the 1099, the 699, the 1999, the 399, all of that stuff adds up. And then boom, here you go spending $200 to $300 a month on subscriptions. So be very intentional with your money and don't just look at the big stuff. Look at the small stuff. So to do a recap of the 5 things that you need to do to end 2025 with a bang, to be done with being broke and to completely transform your finances before this year ends. Number 1, work on your mindset and affirm what you know to be true. Retrain your brain to work on your behalf, not work against you. Number 2, invest in your self-education. Number 3, create your own opportunities and leverage your network. Do not be afraid to reach out and ask, and don't be afraid to step out and create what you want to see. Number 4, turn down opportunities that are not in alignment with your goals. Some things are good, but some things are truly just distractions. And number 5, be intentional with your money. Be intentional with where every dollar is going, and don't just focus on the big stuff, focus on the small stuff too. So I pray that this video was super helpful for you. Thank you so much for rocking with me on the first day of Summertime Reset. Before you go, I want you to drop in the comments which of the 5 stood out to you most. What are you like, dang, I really need to work on this area. And if this video was helpful, share it with one of your homegirls. I want all of us to lock back in on our finances and reset our money and reclaim our life. The year is not over. You have all the time you need. You have everything that you need within to win. So thank you so much for rocking with me, and I will see you tomorrow for day 2 of Summertime Reset. See you later.